really into that now, and I've been directing our videos, and like that's this whole other thing. And I guess I got into it probably through fashion photography. There are a bunch of, I guess, like this one fashion photographer, Jürgen Teller. He does all of the Marc Jacobs ads, which are like super washed out pastels, but also like really grotesque in a way. Like it'll be a girl, but not really any makeup on, and she'll be pretty, but in a weird way.
Yeah, in a not straight.
Like unsettling.
Yeah. I love that. I love that so much. So really Jürgen Teller and Wes Anderson have been really inspiring for photographs lately. And then
We just got the Insta-X.
we just got a Polaroid, but they're called Instax right now.
Instax.
But
Like the smaller version?
yeah, apparently Polaroid like
Copyright. The name,
yeah.
So
Can't use the word
we got
Polaroid.
the mini Polaroid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you'll have to bleep it out every time we say it.
Well, don't make the mistake I did. I went on eBay and I got an old Polaroid.
Oh, for film, it's so hard.
It's impossible to get film, and
Yeah.
if you get film, chances are it doesn't work anymore because
Yeah.
it's so old. And I was so disappointed because I was all stoked. I'm like, this is going to be great.
Yeah.
Relive my childhood. Like, yay, 80s.
That's so cool.
And then it doesn't work.
Oh my god, yeah, I know. This one was easy. It's also cool now because like I'm definitely very inspired by Instagram right now. It's like really cool way to first of all be in touch with people, and then second of all like share your life in a way that's not Facebook, which is like my day's awesome. I'm doing this today, blah blah. It's just kind of like this is how I'm feeling today. And it could be up or down or whatever.
And I think Instagram has really blown up in the past year, especially since they've allowed little video clips. It's sort of like advertising, and I think we were all like, oh no, it's going to be all advertising. But I think it's been advertising in a cool, creative way.
Yeah.
Have you guys tried anything with that?
Yeah, I actually have never, I don't do any of the Instagram videos. I haven't done that yet, but I wonder when I will. Maybe in our next music video I'll do a little clip of it. But I'm just so inspired with Instagram, and you're right, it has stepped up its game. Like, especially now, I never use the Instagram filters, so I always edit in a different program and then import it into Instagram. And now you can edit in Instagram with saturation and contrast and blah, blah, blah. So that's been really helpful. I'm really into that. And yeah, I don't know. I should do some videos.
Yeah, or Vine. Is Vine happen?
Vine.
We don't really do
Vine's
Vine.
definitely not my thing.
Yeah, we don't do Vine.
I have one, but
Oh,
I
you do?
don't use it.
I know.
I was just like, all right, well, let me see what it does.
Yeah.
Did we use any of that?
No, I never
did
used
it.
Vine.
But our Instagram, Liz takes Instagram pretty seriously.
I
Like,
do.
It's like an art project every photo.
Yeah, it really is.
Fun.
It's so fun.
Exactly.
Yeah. And it really is. The cool thing, in contrast to Facebook, I know I just talked about this, but like I feel like you only post positive things on Facebook, whereas on Instagram, like you can be kind of broody.
Yeah.
I feel like it's one of two things on Facebook. It's I hate you or I love you.
Yeah.
And there's no in between.
Yeah. Like I want to hear your vulnerability.
Yeah.
You know?
It's this very
Yeah.
superficial, I guess is the word I'm looking for.
I think Facebook's on its way out, but we'll see. I mean, I'm still into it, and connecting with people obviously is great, but we'll see what happens in the future.
Yeah.
With that.
And you've got music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there one song on Mindspeak that you want to make sure new fans listen to?
Pretend Believe. That's probably like our favorite song.
Yeah.
It's probably the most challenging song on a first listen. It's pretty layered. It's not might not be as immediate as Happy With Me or some of the other more commercial sounding songs.
I definitely really like Pretend Believe. The lyrics are kind of like me in this like weird sarcastic place where I'm kind of saying like to a lover or boyfriend, like, I wish that we were in a relationship where I was the only person you ever saw. Like, I was the only girl. I'm the only person who exists. Like, it's this, like, very immature way. Like, you know that song by Rihanna, like, want you to make me feel like I'm the only girl in the world. It's, like, very similar to that. And, like, I want to be the only girl in the world. I want to be, like, the prettiest and you to worship me. Like, tell me things that you wouldn't ever say. Like, totally lie to me.
Isn't that what all girls want?
Right? It's this totally fucked up thing, and it's like, why would you ever want that? And it's and why? And it's really like a result of our culture. I feel.
It is.
But you said guys want it too. Please verify that for us. I think we need that.
Listen. There's like a macho man stereotype, but like every guy is human. Every guy has a sensitive side. In terms of how in touch they are with their sensitive side, and how they reconcile their sensitivity, that remains to be seen. But speaking for a guy who, like, I don't know, I want to feel that same way. You know, you want to feel that connection. You know, it's just being human.
Yeah.
It's like not. Let's like take away the macho man, take away the Playboy girl, everything. Like, let's just be real, and that's kind of like Holychild's message.
Yeah, for sure. Pretend Believe, though, is really layered. Like, there's that aspect to it, and then there's the other aspect, like, I really think a lot about language, and I feel like inherently the English language and every word we say is based on competition. Like, you're good, that means someone else is not as good or is bad. Like,
or someone's better.
Yeah. And, like, she's pretty. I feel like beyond that, it's like pretty, then someone's not pretty. And beyond that, I feel like we live in a world of superlatives. Like, where when someone is beautiful, in that moment, they're the most beautiful person in the entire world. Like, when someone is funny, in that moment, he's the funniest person who's ever existed. So that's the other thing that goes into Pretend Believe. It's like, I want to be everything, and why do I want that so bad? And it's really like just a result of all these forces that are on us.
Well, it's very reassuring to know that females aren't the only one that feel that way.
Yeah.
I appreciate
Don't let the fellas fake you out. We're all human. We all cry. We all are happy. We're all the same.
Yeah.
It's very reassuring. I appreciate that. Years ago, fans would go to a concert or, heaven forbid, watch a music video and buy the entire CD. Music is becoming less tangible, as in fans will download a song or two and they'll pick just their favorites. So how do you measure your success when it used to be marked by album sales? How do you personally?
Great. I mean, that's a great question. I mean, SoundCloud plays, and I mean, basically the industry's changed a ton, and like. On the flip side of that, like, vinyls have, like, obviously research. So there's that. It's just like, it's a hybrid now. It's a hybrid system, and we haven't found a way to monetize streaming. So, for example, one of our songs is, like, approaching 1 million plays on SoundCloud, which is, like, for us, we're like, that's awesome, but we haven't, like, really seen anything from that. And it's like, we can't live, it doesn't pay us a salary.
Yeah.
So it's, I think in terms of measuring success, it's kind of like hitting all of the benchmarks, like selling vinyls, having 1 million YouTube views, having 1 million iTunes downloads. Like we love pop, and we would love to have singles played on the radio and everything, but we also are as serious about the album and a body of work as a statement. And like using singles to kind of hook people in to that collection of songs.
But this is also about monetary success.
Yeah.
We were at Jimmy Iovine's house. I don't know if you know who that is. And we had kind of an argument with him over who's more successful, Kanye or P. Diddy. P. Diddy.
Yeah.
P. Diddy.
I think Jay-Z. That's all right.
And
what did he say?
so he was like, obviously P. Diddy is more successful because Ciroc, and he made all this money, and his brand, and he nets way more than Kanye.
Yeah.
And we were like, hello, cultural capital.
Yeah.
Kanye has such an influence on our culture. Like, is that not worth more than money? Which is kind of what I feel like. I feel like cultural significance or like cultural impact is so much more my goal.
Timeless.
Yeah.
We feel it's timeless. To us, money comes and goes. Hype, buzz, and money comes and goes. Like, your personal relationships, how in touch you are with yourself and how you express that through your art, that is timeless.
Yeah.
That's our, like, ultimate goal, is to create that type of art. So we feel like Kanye's done that.
Yeah, totally.
Definitely.
And so therefore, like, I don't know. Yeah, there's...
P. Diddy, like, what's the last P. Diddy? I mean, like, he's done his thing. There's no disrespect to P. Diddy. He's wildly successful.
He was in a Fiat commercial.
It's great.
Oh, really?
That's awesome.
Oh, nice.
he was
Fiat.
in the
Fiat's coming
Oasis
back.
commercial. Remember that one?
Oh, Fiat Oasis?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Not the,
not the
remember
band.
the one, Jason's Burning Man LSD trip?
Oh my
That
God.
one.
So we had a sound guy, and he was like, he's hilarious. He was like, he's British, first of all. He's British with like a
Hackney or
Cockney accent.
Yeah.
So it's like the best accent ever. And it's so thick. So he was talking to us and he's like, oh, yeah, I was at Burning Man once. I left my friends and I went into the middle of the desert at dawn and a man approached me and he was wearing a white suit and I realized it was P. Diddy. And I went up to him and I was like, oh, I did sound for you once at some festival. And he was like, thank you. And then he was too nervous and he walked away. And we were like, you were definitely tripping. You were definitely on drugs. Yeah. And he was like, no, all my friends thought that as well. But no, because like if something happens at Burning Man, obviously.
And then all of a sudden that Fiat commercial came out. And I thought I was tripping. I was like, is that actually happening? Like, did this happen? We need to talk to Jason and see if he's seen it. Because he might like have like a flashback or something.
It's crazy.
You know?
He told us way before the commercial came out.
Way before the commercial.
Maybe he like sent someone his idea, or someone heard the story and was like, that would make a
or
really
like it's just like, or maybe he really was tripping because it is like a stereotypical like you're through the desert, like coming up the sun, like backlit sunset behind you or sunrise behind you, and like P. Diddy emerges.
I don't know if my mirage includes P. Diddy.
It's like your fantasies need to step up.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm not feeling so good. This is not what I want as my benchmark.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
No, but getting back to it, I mean, he's definitely merchandised himself and in that way. But I do think it's really interesting with Kanye. I mean, he's super recognizable throughout pop culture.
Oh, yeah.
So I think maybe a culmination of those two aspects as well as longevity. I mean,
we definitely want to be doing this for the rest of our lives. So therefore, like, money comes into that, and like just making sure that we're connecting with people also. But
I don't think. Sorry to interrupt. I don't think we feel like it's mutually exclusive to like have commercial music that's like true to yourselves. That's like an honest statement.
Yeah,
like,
I feel like
all of our favorite
Fiona
artists,
Apple, Radiohead, TV on the Radio, the Beatles.
Like they're all wildly successful. They're all doing great. Like if we could get anywhere close to their levels, like we'd be not in terms of not even in terms of like being famous and being celebrities. It's like if we could just do it for the rest of our lives, like that would be that's the dream.
Yeah.
You know.
That's fair. So we already talked about social media. Today is the first day of summer, even though it doesn't feel like it. Is there a song of yours or anyone else's that is sort of the quintessential summer song?
Whoa.
I know.
Windows down, sunglasses on.
What are you listening to these days? I'm such a fickle person. Changes for me all the time. Yeah. Definitely, like one summer, I drove up and down the East Coast multiple times listening to... I forget what album it is, by The Gossip. Do you know The Gossip?
Yeah. You were
the one that has Love Long Distance on it. They're so amazing. That's
Yeah.
definitely a summer album for me.
God, The Bird and the Bee is so on my mind right now.
I know, that's this summer. Right now, it's really The Bird and the Bee.
The Bird and the Bee. I don't know if you know
every
them.
song by them. Especially their one that's like, from the east to the west,
Love
I
Letter to
long
Tokyo.
to be near you. Na, 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 na. Yeah, exactly. It's amazing.
East to west is a much better trip, by the way, than up and down the East Coast because 95 sucks.
Yeah.
I know. It was not pretty at all.
5 is not much better. The 1 is obviously great on the West Coast, but usually we do the 5 because it's quicker, and that's pretty nasty too.
I find beauty in desolation.
Yeah. All right. To each his own. Yeah.
You should go I-70 in the summertime.
Oh, yeah. In California?
No.
Oh, across.
Oh.
If you want desolation.
Oh, great.
But like going
We
through
might
Utah,
get on it.
going through Utah,
Oh,
it's
yeah. Oh, Utah's so beautiful. I know.
Yeah.
and it's an amazing state to visit.
Yeah, I'm just
can't-
like seeing the country right now. It's really cool.
Yeah, it's so nice.
Yeah, oh, Utah?
Yeah.
I know, we
We
did
had
a
great
solid...
drive. We had such a nice drive into Salt Lake City on the last tour. It was like a magical paradise, and like populated by Mormons, and it was just like, well, I get it. I understand why they moved here. Like this is
So
like
beautiful.
This is majestic.
Yeah.
Well, what's up next for you guys? Speaking of touring,
Yeah, so we're on tour now.
Yeah.
Tomorrow we fly to Portland, and we're starting a tour. We're playing with Fits and Tantrums and Max Frost. So we're
Yeah.
really excited about that. That's going to be for like 2 weeks. Also, this is our first festival that we've ever played. I mean, besides South by and we just did North by Northeast,
that's
but
a
it's
completely
different
different
type of
beast.
festival,
This is
right?
like the more
So this is the
traditional,
exactly. So we have a few more festivals coming up. We're doing one in Seattle, and then
Vegas,
and Summerfest.
St. Louis and Summerfest.
Yeah, so we're really excited about doing those.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll be on tour, I think August. We're kind of working on our album right now as well. We just released the EP.
Yeah.
But
finishing up the album.
Yeah, finishing up the album.
Going to the UK and Europe. Sorry, I'm interrupting.
Yeah. UK and Europe, hopefully. We want to be, I think we'll be on the road for the rest of the year.
Sounds like fun. Yeah. So stay tuned for more from Holychild. This is Jackie with All Access and In the Key of Change.
Thanks for having us.
Hey. So if I can take just 2